You just sign the lease, one box, one mattress on the floor, and one phone notification that just confirmed the rent, the number you'll actually be paying starting this month. Living alone in a normal one-bedroom in a real city, what does that actually cost every single month once rent, groceries, transport, and bills are all added up? We ran that exact question for 10 major cities on 4 continents. It's same math, same day, same method every single time. Rank cheapest to most expensive. And a few of these rankings genuinely do not go the way you'd guess. Let's start with the cheapest. Rank 1, the cheapest of all 10, Tokyo. A city most people would bet money is one of the priciest places on the planet to live. A one-bedroom apartment in central Tokyo runs 204,250 yen a month, about $1,257.63 once you convert it at today's exchange rate. Numbio's own estimate for everything else a single person needs, groceries, transport, utilities, is $936.43 a month in Tokyo. Added up, and the whole month comes to $2,194.06, the lowest total number in this entire video. That works out to about $73.14 a day just to exist in Tokyo. You need rent, food, transport, bills, all of it. That's genuinely surprising. Tokyo has a reputation as one of the most expensive cities on the planet, and right now, it's the cheapest city on this entire list. One honest catch before you book a flight. Japanese leases commonly demand a deposit, key money, and an agent fee up front, often 4 to 6 months rent due on day 1. Cheapest of the 10. One quick note on methodology before we keep going. Every rent figure in this video is a one-bedroom in the city center, not the cheapest suburb, not a luxury tower, the normal middle of town. Move just outside the center and the number usually drops, and when Austin, that same one-bedroom falls to about $1,301.79. In Singapore, it falls to about 2,686 Singapore dollars and 54 cents. Even in London, moving just outside the center takes rent down noticeably too. Rank 2, Lisbon, the Southern European capital every budget travel list calls cheap.
A one-bedroom in central Lisbon runs about $1,635.18 a month.
Numbio's non-rent estimate for one person here is $868.01 a month. All in, Lisbon comes to $2,503.20 a month. That works out to about $83.44 a day just to exist in Lisbon. Rent, food, transport, bills, all of it. Western Europe's reputed affordable capital. And living alone here still costs over $2,500 a month before you've booked a single flight home. Rank 3, Toronto, Canada's largest city and famously one of its tightest rental markets. A one-bedroom in downtown Toronto runs 2,277 Canadian dollars and 78 cents a month, about $1,624.58 once converted. Numbio's non-rent estimate for one person in Toronto is $1,080.69 a month. All in, Toronto costs $2,705.27 a month. That works out to about $90.18 a day just to exist in Toronto. Rent, food, transport, bills, all of it. Here's the twist. Canada's own housing agency reports Toronto's vacancy rate hit 3% in 2025, the highest outside the pandemic since 2004, as rent growth cools from over 9% down to about 3% a year. Rank 4, Berlin, a major Western European capital that's supposed to be expensive by reputation alone.
A one-bedroom in central Berlin runs about $1,503.48 a month.
Numbio's non-rent estimate for one person in Berlin is $1,218.47 a month. All in, Berlin comes to $2,721.94 a month. That works out to about $90.73 a day just to exist in Berlin. Rent, food, transport, bills, all of it. That rent is roughly half of what the exact same one-bedroom costs in London. Same source, same day, same method for both cities. Rank 5, Manchester, the city that markets itself constantly as the affordable escape from London. A one-bedroom in central Manchester runs £1,392.42 a month, about $1,873.14 converted. Numbio's non-rent estimate for one person in Manchester is $1,119.51 a month. All in, Manchester costs $2,992.65 a month. That works out to about $99.76 a day just to exist in Manchester. Rent, food, transport, bills, all of it. That's more than Berlin, more than Toronto, more than Lisbon. The affordable city just isn't anymore. Still not cheap. Rank 6, Austin. The Texas Tech boomtown that spent the last 5 years all over the where should I move lists. A one-bedroom in downtown Austin runs $1,893.71 a month. Already in dollars, no conversion needed. Numbio's non-rent estimate for one person in Austin is $1,190.60 a month. All in, Austin costs $3,084.31 a month. That works out to about $102.81 a day just to exist in Austin. Rent, food, transport, bills, all of it. One line item never shows up in a rent table, though. Texas charges no state income tax at all, so more of every paycheck actually stays in your account than a rent versus rent comparison alone would suggest. Rank 7, Sydney, Australia's biggest city, sitting on a harbor and one of the tightest rental markets in the country. A one-bedroom in central Sydney runs $3,535 Australian dollars and 75 cents a month, about $2,468.55 converted. Numbio's non-rent estimate for one person in Sydney is $1,243.30 a month. All in, Sydney costs $3,711.85 a month. That works out to about $123.73 a day just to exist in Sydney. It's rent, food, transport, bills, all of it. An Australian rental research firm has Sydney's vacancy rate sitting near 1.3 to 1.6% through 2026, well below the 3% researchers generally call a balanced market. That's landlords holding nearly all the leverage in almost every negotiation. Rank 8, Singapore, a city-state with almost no land left to build on and a reputation to match. A one-bedroom in central Singapore runs 3,830 Singapore dollars and 43 cents a month, about $2,966.01 converted. Numbio's non-rent estimate for one person in Singapore is $1,164.44 a month. All in, Singapore costs $4,130.45 a month. That works out to about $137.68 a day just to exist in Singapore. Rent, food, transport, bills, all of it. It's constantly ranked among the most expensive cities on earth, yet by Numbio's own cost index, Singapore still scores 87.7 against New York's baseline of 100. Rank 9, London, the city every where should I move for my career conversation eventually circles back to a one-bedroom in central London runs £2,244 a month, about $3,018.72 converted. Numbio's non-rent estimate for one person in London is $1,477.88 a month. All in, London costs $4,496.60 a month. That works out to about $149.89 a day just to exist in London. Rent, food, transport, bills, all of it. The UK's own statistics office puts London rent about 66% above the national average, nearly double what the rest of the country pays for the same kind of one-bedroom flat. Rank 10, the most expensive city on this entire list by a wide margin, New York. A one-bedroom in central Manhattan runs $4,284.90 a month in dollars alone before anything else. Numbio's non-rent estimate for one person in New York is $1,677.70 a month. Added up, and the full monthly total comes to $5,962.60. That works out to about $198.75 a day just to exist in New York. Rent, food, to transport, bills, all of it. The most expensive of all 10. Let's run the full scoreboard once, cheapest to most expensive, before you decide anything. Tokyo, $2,194.06. Lisbon, $2,503.20. Toronto, $2,705.27. Berlin, $2,721.94. Manchester, $2,992.65. Austin, $3,084.31. Sydney, $3,711.85. Singapore, $4,130.45. London, $4,496.60. And New York, $5,962.60. Back to that studio, that lease, that one phone notification that started this whole video, the exact same kind of studio, the exact same kind of month. And New York costs 2.72 times what Tokyo does for the same one word on the lease, alone. Stretch that gap across a full year, and living alone in New York costs about $45,225 more than living alone in Tokyo. Same lifestyle, same one bedroom, same single tenant. Same lease, same kind of life, more or less. The only thing that changed is which pin you dropped on the map. One honest note before you screenshot this: these are crowdsourced figures from Numbeo, not a government census. Directionally solid, but treat every number here as a dated snapshot, not a permanent law of any of these 10 cities. Same question, 10 cities, one real answer for each. Which one would you actually live in? If you're actually weighing a move for cost alone, run these same three numbers yourself before you sign anything. The city center rent, Numbeo's non-rent estimate for one person, and today's exchange rate. Not last year's, not a guess. Not financial advice, just the numbers.